So, Thursday morning, a day early, weekly weigh-in. I definitely want to highlight, I do run on Thursdays, so I did a tempo 5K this morning, did 3.1 miles at about a 9:30 pace. I do not like to run on the days that I weigh myself because it's going to dehydrate me. It's going to take my weight artificially low, but I wanted to stay on my grind, stay on my routine. So did my run this morning, and I'm weighing myself later than usual. It is 11:15. I had a presentation from 10 to 11. I needed to prep for it. I just couldn't do this earlier. I try to be consistent. If I weigh myself later in the day after I've eaten, my weight tends to go up. Obviously, early in the morning, it's lighter. So I like to weigh myself dehydrated, first thing out of bed, usually between 8 and 8:30, but just was not feasible today. I had to do my presentation. On that note, diet has been absolutely flawless. I fasted 3 times. My typical fasting days are Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday, where I'll do a 24-hour fast and I won't eat before like 7 p.m. But with this week, I'm doing my weigh-in a day early because I've got 3 of my buddies coming into town. We're doing our annual football trip. We're actually going to the Giants at the Washington football team tonight. Tomorrow we're driving to West Virginia. So we're going to see West Virginia host Virginia Tech. And then on Sunday, we're going to be at Baltimore, Kansas City. I know I'm not going to eat well. I'm not going to pig out. I'll get into that after I look at my weight. But I'm not going to pig out. But I know I'm probably not going to eat great tonight. So doing my weigh in early because I'm kind of going into vacation mode after this. But that being said, no cheat meals this week, flawless diet, 3 fasting days. I fasted Saturday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't like fasting on back-to-back days. I definitely felt pretty weak. I usually don't feel any issues when I fast, do my alternate day fasting. I have a day on and a day off on 3 days a week, but I definitely felt weaker yesterday. Felt a little better after eating dinner, but I definitely felt it. But I can also say as of Sunday, I was 249, so rare for me. I mean, this is the first coming out of the weekend under 250. So let's see where I'm at. I'm very anxious to see where I'm at. No cheat meals. Came out of the weekend under 250, so I know I'm not going to be over 250. I know that for a fact, especially considering I've fasted the last 2 days, but anxious to see where I'm at. So let me see. I just got off the scale. So anxious to see this. As I mentioned, total transparency. There's my run from this morning. I set a goal of coming in under 247. I was 248.6 last week. So had that in mind all weekend. I was hell bent on this. So let's see, if my efforts have paid off. I put it all on the line, no regrets. I wouldn't change anything I've done in the last week. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So as you can see, I have far exceeded that goal by 1.5 pounds. My month-end goal was actually 245, and I wanted to get under 240 by July 1st, but wow. So I am down 3.3 pounds in 6 days. So my weight, there's the 4 pounds is since my last weigh-in. I weighed in a Sunday morning, and I was 249.5. BMI 27.6. Body fat has come down, fantastic. That's 29%. I think that's my lowest. I think previously my lowest had been 29.2%. Skeletal muscle mass 92 pounds. Bone mass holding steady at 14.2. I think it was 14.1. And body water is 51.8%. So not dehydrated. Not coming in at like 40 something. So that's where I stand. Very proud of that number. Very, very proud of that number. So a new low for this weight loss journey. I think previously it was like 246 and change, close to 247. This is the lightest that I've been. I'm coming up on being 20 pounds off my goal. And honestly, I mean, if Christmas Eve I'm 225.5, it's not like I'm gonna shed a tear. My goal is 225 by Christmas Eve, so I'm 20.5 pounds away. That is still a steep hill to climb in essentially 3 months and 8 days. It's September 16th. So, but it's, I mean, when you look at it from the perspective of about 6.5 pounds a month, that doesn't seem insurmountable. It's going to take a lot of discipline, but I think I'm up, not think, I know I'm up for the challenge. I'm super focused in on this. I wanted to mention one of the catalysts for me really picking things up is my mother. I got my mother, my aunt, and one of my aunt's best friends to read the Obesity Code with me last winter, and we finished it the week before Christmas Eve, and we all stated our goals for. We set a meeting 6 months out, which was like late June. And we got on the call and checked in on our goals, and my mother said she made her goal. She read the book, she followed the principles, she fasted, cut out all processed foods, and she said she wanted to lose 20 to 25 pounds from the time we had our call last December when we finished the book, and she was able to do it. And after initially feeling disappointed in myself and saying, why haven't I done the same? I have an internal mantra. I don't really say it out loud, but I always say, start from where you are. Like, stop focusing on what had happened in the past. At the time, I was like about floating between 255 and 260. And for the month of July, I was fairly flat, but I just couldn't let that go. That called my mother. And she's like, I'm at where I want to be. I'm not looking to lose any more weight. And I know for me, that's about 225. And I said to myself, I can continue to focus on being flat for the year. And I told my mother this, and she jumped down my throat, as she always does. Said, you got a new job, we're dealing with COVID, you have a kid going back to school, you have a lot of changes going on. You can't beat yourself up because you're not making this the same priority. Your life has changed quite a bit. And I understand that, and that helped me just let go of the first half of the year, but I'm not gonna go another 6 months with excuses. What I'm doing is very difficult. On Monday I worked until 10:30. I started my day at 7:30. On Tuesday I started at 8 a.m. I finished my day at 11:30. I had 3 presentations in 3 days to very senior people at my company. It requires a tremendous amount of preparation, and I recognize that is the case, but I think what I've done differently is, something this guy I follow on YouTube, Brick, says is change your relationship with food. And typically a week like this, I would not have fasted. I would have just said, look, I gotta put that stuff on the back burner. I'm just gonna grab some McDonald's. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to, do this and that. I don't have time to work out. I made the time to work out this week. I've lifted twice already. I've ran a couple times. I ran this morning and I had a presentation this morning. In the past, I would have been so nervous that I would have just skipped the run, and I still fasted this week. I had a high stress week. I had a COVID scare in my family. Thankfully, we haven't tested positive, but my wife had dinner with someone who tested positive, and we've gotten tested. I got tested on Sunday, and I got tested yesterday. My wife got tested on Sunday with me. She got tested on Tuesday. No COVID. Very, very high stress week. And I haven't had any cheat meals. I haven't had any junk food. I have a fridge full of sodas in my basement. I have a drink fridge for when we entertain. And I can't tell you how many times I look at the Pepsis and the Sprites in there. And I said to myself, I'm doing it differently this time. In the past, I probably would have finished all of those sodas in there. Had nothing but water since Friday morning. When I had lunch at Nando's, I had a Coca-Cola. I had chicken breast and I had fries with it. and nothing but water since then. I've really been on it. And I'm really looking to change my relationship with food. I'm an emotional eater. I eat when I'm stressed. And this week I didn't do that. And it paid off. It paid off big time. And I want to carry this momentum forward. Usually when we have our football trips, we usually travel, but we're coming here this year because KC versus Baltimore was just such an amazing game. And we were also able to get Thursday night football and Sunday night football in the same weekend. So we always try to do 3 games in 4 days if the schedule lines up that way. But I'm not going to pick out this weekend. I'm going to enjoy my friends. I'll probably have 1 cheat meal a day. But my goal is going to be flat next week, and the week after to come in under 245. I'm not going to blow up these last 2 months of work. As much as I love my guys, we can laugh and joke without me inhaling burgers and soda. So I'm gonna set the goal now to come in flat next week and to come in under 245 2 weeks from now, the last weekend of the month. So I want to put that on camera, make it very clear, and put the pressure on myself. But I've really dialed it up since my birthday, which is July 25th. I was about 260. I've lost 15 pounds in a month and a half, and I'm going to look to continue that momentum. And I've just broken new ground. I never had gotten under 246, and now I've broken new ground, and I just saw a 3-pound weight loss. I've had this hurdle in my head with the 250. Every time I get to 250, it's like I taper off and go back up, and I'm not going to do that this time. I will see 225 by Christmas Eve or earlier. So want to put that out there, want to make that public and put the pressure on myself, but I am going to see 225 pounds this year. So great week. I'm going to enjoy these 3 games in the next 4 days, and I'll check in next Friday. But for now, for Reed Fitness, signing off.